I can see that one too. There's no real PO counter here.
That's true.
I mean, you might force... This is cool because Ursa right now is being played as a faster tempo hero, but you might force him from going defusable into some Battle Fury, and then you have Battle Fury Ursa plus TA. That just sounds ugly.
Boomy now pretty much out of mana completely because of Schofield here with his level 2 mana drain. Cooking Ursa back into Whisper, but they'll get the God's Rebuke Earth Spike. Gabby being chipped away at here, and it's not a comfortable lane whatsoever. 13 CS on the Ursa. He is struggling, Lacoste.
Ursa's not a strong
Chris
laner. Chris Lock.
Meld Strike comes in, but he's got a Flame Break, turn around in the Nature's Grasp. Armel dropping low, and First Blood for Stinger. He's going to survive too. Tims can't get the trade-off kill.
You know what he should use?
Or maybe he can. I spoke too soon.
You know which line? Stings, doesn't it? You know, that's the Batrider voice line.
We're still yet to see what Gabby's idea is, though, right?
It's
the Battle Fury, Diffusal Blade.
You don't invest into Morbid Mask if you want to go for the Battle Fury. So
Okay.
Diffusal Blade, and this also opens up the Roche, bottom lane, Boomy.
Yeah, it's a decent scatter blast, but there's aggression coming in from K1.
Nice
Stinger,
cookie.
the cookie into stuns, the chain disables, K1's PL, Doppelganger back to the high ground, but no! The real one was stuck down in the river, so Gabby Earth shocks him. Chris Luck, he wants a bit of action now. Boomy's very low, but the TA trap's causing issues for Chris Luck. Has to Firefly, get over the ramps, fly over the cliff tops. Top of the net worth, 5,000 hit. Dragonlance is there, level 10 there. And Whisper's in trouble top. Boomy and Bok getting in onto the Mars. He's got a wand, he's got a TP.
He's playing a dangerous game. No
He's
mana for
through.
Arena. We'll try to get
The
out
TP
of it.
out.
Scatter Blast.
Oh, that damage comes through in time. I mean, this tier 1 tower bot, their next objective, I guess, but where do you want to see them move? Do you want proper team fights with a Ravage yet?
Templar Assassin is their tower damage, so they need to play either with the catapults, right now very limited, or just to bring the numbers. Their team fight is very strong. As you said, they have this Ravage, they have Kisses available. Chris Luck going in.
Yeah, there's the Enraged Cookie, though. And they already whiffed out on that Arena Spear. Tim's under a sentry. Kisses launched back in towards Beast Coast, but they slice through Tims as Chris Luck burst by Gabby, the Batrider down. Beast Coast unable to execute properly.
I know there's a lot at stake here, but...
South America versus Southeast Asia.
Also for the viewers, this should, you know, Southeast Asia, they go wild sometimes. We see, like, Rampage before the fight even starts. Like...
Before creep spawn.
Exactly, with the Keeper of the Light.
Yeah, it's huge, and they'll find K1 top. Hector, he just pushed his luck too far there. And rotations from TNC, very snappy. Gabby out of that laning stage, which you can consider a little bit tragic now on a killing spree as an Arena. Whisper catching the tide with a spear, but he's stunned up and trapped. As Stinger with a bit of a heal and a turnaround stun off the Ursa with a 4-man overgrowth. They hold back TNC, but Boomy, Cookie's back towards the tree. Stinger will have to
They might go
relinquish
inside
his life.
the pit. They have enough damage. Meld is level 4. Ursa has Fury Swipes maxed out. Let's say if they decide to go for it. Yes, there you go. Also, Snapfire, he needs to be positioned a bit more to the east side, where like the Cookies and the Mortimer's Kisses will do a much more. So this is pretty big. If somehow Beast Coast manage to get the first Roche, that would be pretty big.
I got a lasso. They're going for this TA. Chris Luck, again, you're surrounded by TNC heroes. He went for the solo play on the TA, knowing that she wasn't the one to pick up the Aegis, but
Ursa relies so much on getting that Roshan, and I'm glad that they gave it to him. Maybe the second Roshan belongs to the Templar Assassin, because you have Ravage.
Yeah, the jump in from Bok. Combo with the Kisses. Stinger and Schofield, the two supports, being blasted by Mortimer. Tims should be able to close the gap here. Oh, the good spear from Whisper holds him back, but Bok pushed to the high ground. The God's Rebuke shoves him there. Tidehunter stuck. And Schofield, somehow slips away from danger.
Meanwhile, Armel, he didn't even join that fight. They decide to take fight 4 versus 5. They still get the tower after finishing that Deso. It's gonna be the tower damage that they need going into BKB. So 2 big items already complete on TNC side. That Diffusal Blade just shreds through them. Extra slow that you get, Impale will connect.
Yeah, finding Stinger. K1 down to like 70% HP straight off the bat. Fury Swipe stacking up, the enrage and jump in, but K1's out. Manages to slip out of the grasps of Gabby, and the Finger of Death kills off Boomy. Good overgrowth there onto 2 of them as well, but the follow-through from Beast Coast is lacking.
Stinger, that's a dieback, so no items for him for at least another 10-ish minutes. But look at this sneaky ward behind the tower. Like, this does not get devoured.
Oh, they see everything. That's the
exactly.
smoke.
Anti-smoke ward.
You called it. TNC knows exactly what's coming, and they make the jump onto Chris Luck. Half HP immediately. The Arena Spear, though, capture now. TNC with a finger of death. They pop the Aegis.
Where's
a little bit
the
too early
Ravage?
on, though. Ravage being held. He's got it
Damn.
now. A big one, and Chris Luck dead. Oh, Stinger has an overgrowth now, but the Phantom Lantern has to dip away. Not enough mana to play around in that battle, and TNC, yet again, dictating how the fight goes with another jump in. Blowing through Stinger's treant. BEASTCOAST forced back to their high ground.
That's one of the best Aghanim's upgrades in the game. What gives you everything. It gives you like 6 stuff. Yeah.
Well, look,
Here we
look
go.
at the tooltip.
It's a wall of text. It almost has the same amount of text as Hoodwink. Like if you are playing Hoodwink during the game and try to figure out what's happening, you need to pause the game. You need to disconnect. Your team needs to keep pausing for you to be able to read what the spells actually do.
You may as well be reading the Apple terms of service. Too long. Didn't read. Tim's Bok, Boomy, find the pick off on Schofield, and mid lane they are lining up towards Whisper. Jump in from the Ursa, finds the Mars as he tried to blink away, and in comes Armel, the TA. Slaps him with a Meld Strike minus armor and a godlike Gabby.
This is the power of Ursa, just being able to go in and out of the fights, resetting, getting multiple diffusal blades, having that first Aegis that he heavily relies on, even after getting
Ravage. Ravage kisses, down goes the PL. 1 minute now for TNC to consider their options. Roshan for 2 minutes. Tier 2's all standing, and high ground a real possibility for them. They're running down to bottom lane. They want to go for Tier 3s. They
have
jump
enough
high
damage.
ground. They go straight towards Stinger. The Treant, the help from the Lion there with no growth as well. They catch 3 of them inside, but the cookie forward. Boomy sets it up. Stinger down, but
Lion,
he's got
1,
buyback.
2, 3.
Oh my god,
4.
Schofield's dead. The range of this TA, she's lassoed back towards the fountain, but there's no stopping Armel.
They wanted to go for the displacements abilities, lasso into spear.
Now an Arena
on
Spear.
3.
Flame Break pushes them out. Cookie brings them back in. Chris Luck with the Firefly onto Bok and Armel. The TA trying to turn and fight Whisper here with a Meld Strike on the Stinger. They're looking for the Treant, but the TA's down.
Anti-combo against anti-combo. Ursa
Gabby
back in.
He wants Chris Luck. The Bat Rider doesn't stand a chance. The minus armor from TNC.
Fake back from TNC. You know, it looked like they were falling back. Overgrowth not available. It's very hard for them to take a fight inside the pit because they have no real hero that can lock up Tidehunter. No break mechanic, just faking it. Need to be careful about the mana burn.
He does indeed. And that's the Aegis Cheese, the Shard, Ursa with that Aghanim Scepter and Shard together.
And now trying to get that Aghanim Scepter. He was still thinking about getting the Force Staff first, but if he can get it, it's a great saving tool.
And Whisper doing what Whisper does best. Pushing out one of the side lanes. Get towards that enemy base.
Finally, BKB
A blink
done
lasso,
on it.
but there's the Ravage from Bok. Counter initiation is gorgeous. TNC set up back onto the PL. K1 has a bit of backup here with the tree and helping him, but the damage, it is so relentless from TNC that BEASTCOAST didn't stand a chance. Triple kill for Armel. No buybacks for BEASTCOAST. And Whisper, Schofield, they are here ready to hold them back, and maybe a bit of respect there from TNC against the stuns and the displacement from the Mars Spear, but they jump towards him. Goblin Tim's up, nice impale, turn it back with a Spear Arena. Whisper wanting to focus the next, but in comes the TA and the kisses. BKB matters not, Armel destroys you.
So many stuff against. First, they swallow Nyx Assassin, spit him out.
He's basically on a pogo stick. Easy mid-racks for TNC. Top lane now, going in for them as well. Chris Luck with no lasso, so he can't drag people around. It's the stun on PL. Oh, the initiation was good, but Phantom Lantern turns to fight. The illusion's starting to stack up now. Bok gobbled up and spat towards K1. He's dead again. 70 seconds, no
That's
PL,
it,
no
Gary.
bat. That's game over.
They call it GG's dropped. TNC with the amazing performance in game number 1. A lot of aggression early on. Even though Ursa was pressured, he went back to jungle, level 4, level 5, and just kept farming while Templar Assassin was farming the triangle. A bottom lane completely uncontested, no real answer for the Tidehunter.
And I know you want to talk about the Tiny for TNC.
Indeed, Tiny so far has 15% win rate, picked 13 games, so this hero is really not good. Doesn't even have to do anything, just stand there. You get tossed back into the tower, plus an avalanche, most likely you're gonna die, so it's not that bad for Tiny.
And so far CS1 is looking pretty hot, 9-1. against Monkey King's 4-0. Well, bottom lane, Schofield jumped on, forced a fairy fire, but Boomy with the first blood. The skewer back puts him into Gabby's range. It doesn't look like they'll find Stinger, though. Scurries around the trees. Gets away from the dangerous spot. Oh, sick shockwave skewer. Schofield once more dragged under the tower, but the aggro's on the creep. Gabby and Boomy, they're trying to push a bit more damage back onto the Rubik, and they do get the finishing touch.
And now healing salve available again for Magnus, because Faceless Void decided to go for 2 points in the time walk. Wants to be able to be more sustainable in the lane instead of going for the damage build, which is the correct choice. And now Beastmaster picking up the Helm of Iron Will, which means that very hard to kill, will have almost full HP all the time. Bottom lane.
Schofield again, yeah, caught in between them, but Whisper defending his Rubik. Spears and collapses onto Boomy. Gabby wants to try and track back onto the Rubik, but they've lost the Magnus now, and Gabby, he doesn't want to go too far forward here. He'll cancel a salve, but dragged under the tower. Gabby's in so much trouble. He won't even kill the Rubik, and Whisper comes out with a double kill.
Oh my
Bob
god.
does find Stinger top, but I was just about to ask.
Look at the bottom creep wave. Like, there was 2 full creep waves near the tower.
And Bok is going to track back onto Stinger. He does trade out for the Ancient Apparition, while we see Schofield yet again taking a few daggers to the back, and Boomy's rotation around, wrapping in from that northern side. Schofield, shockwave skewered. Down you go to Boomy's mag. Whisper though, spear back the PA under the tower, and Chris Lock's rotation with a boundless strike. They get the bigger kill.
A ton of damage coming onto the tower. This Satyr deals 80 damage and provides the aura. Gabby needs to recover. I see Power Treads, I see Echo Saber, something that's been very popular.
Look at Schofield.
At the start of the major, Armel has a combo ready. We'll blow him up.
With an Arcane Rune as well. So he can stick around bottom, farm through that additional creep wave. Monkey King, Mars, and the Faceless Void all off to a great start, and we're seeing the Monkey King leaping across the canopy. Tree to tree. Scouting out a target that he wants to jump on, which is the Tiny. Armel with some Jingu stacks on him. The boundless strike there to get the 4th hit landing, and Armel with the avalanche, but he's trapped inside the cold feet. Snaps him in place.
And this is the aggression.
And a chrono top. Looks like that was just a hold Bok back.
Oh man. Maybe that. I've seen Monkey Kings also getting hood, and they keep fighting early on with the team. Not too much magical damage other than Tiny. Everything else is physical. Beastmaster doesn't even have points in Wild Axe's mid lane. Roar.
The combo on Schofield as well. I mean, the Raw Whisper to try and catch him out, but the Arena Spear. Any backup here from Beast Coast, because Armel's under tower taking a pummeling. Lots of armor on the Tiny though. He's helped out by his squad, and he's out of that.
Arcane Ring from his older brother Tiny.
Very nice. And has that RP as well, while Armel Blink Dagger. Hello Schofield, and goodbye Schofield. K1 defended by his Rubik. Will manage to time walk away. Chris Luck requires the boundless strike to disengage from TNC as they come running down these lanes. Fast tempo gameplay from the Filipino squad now. With all this pushing power, Beastmaster and Ench can basically just run down a lane, but when they're isolated like this, caught out in the arena, the Ice Blast as well. Trouble being, K1 died bottom to Armel.
Oh, they're getting multiple kills, like, across the map. Efficiency in the mid game. Right now, it's only level 1. He also decided to go for the HP talent, now going into Deso. Huge stack being farmed right now by Gabby. Also an Ancient stack. So this will give Magnus, I believe that was him who was stacking and also farming the bottom lane, enough money to actually buy a Blink Dagger. So you have 15 minutes. Sometimes offlane mags don't have Blink Dagger this early on.
That's fine, it's just an Enchantress.
Yeah, you don't have to worry too much about it. So once they get that, it's smoke time. They will have 2 big timings. Position 5 with a Blink, and Phantom Assassin finishing off Deso. So 2 good pickoffs into Roche is what's on the menu for TNC.
We'll see if they can get that done. As the jump is immediate from Armel. Every time he sees Schofield, he makes the play, but might have opened himself up to a death here. Ice Blast flying overhead. The trail will connect onto him. Whisper with that arena. Beautiful setup with the Wukong's coming now. Gabby has the help of the Roar to stop this Beast Coast side from doing any more. And the dagger back towards Whisper. They kill him off. Bok with a Centaur. Tim's chased down by K1, but he's got, just impervious to damage. There's so much ability here to get into these team fights with summons, with creeps, with a Blink RP. The Roar is there. Tons of control from this Radiant team.
So having it multiple times, you can possibly dispel time dilation, something that you don't want to play into. Rubik's Fate Bolt as well.
Yeah, time dilation really can be a nuisance. Whisper starting the fight again, Enchantress being blown up. The roar in the back though. Gabby towards Whisper, and Armel with a combo, slaps down onto Chris Luck, the Monkey King, the Chrono onto the PA. Solo focusing as Boomy can't get an RP off. Gabby's gonna die. Aegis is expired. First life down for the Phantom Assassin, but Armel still looking to make a jump here. Whisper with a spear back into the Wukong command,
done.
under the tier 2 tower. Great chain stuns from Beast Coast. Find the PA.
They're still not done. They want to get more out of this. If they can get Armel blink ready in 2 seconds, but they cannot. Time dilation, overtime damage is a bit too much. First they go, what didn't look like a great Chronosphere catches Phantom Assassin, and then they reposition her into Wukong's command.
And on the PA as well, the fact that she's not gone BKB or Sanjin Yasha, right? Like if you have the status resistance, then you can maybe make an argument for it. Like the Faceless Void now has his SNY, so he's going to be able to contend with the Roar, the reverse polarity much more effectively. And Armel cutting Monkey King down from the trees. A lot of Beast Coast heroes here though, and Circles being chucked onto Tiny. Shockwave in with a bounce strike back, and
he got the kill before.
They kill off Stinger Short, but Armel's down. The RP kills, but Gabby is sticking on these targets now. Chris Luck still in the Wukongs. Whisper pushes them back with a God's Rebuke, but Chris Luck's done for, and Whisper, the TP home is not successful.
Oh, they needed a Chrono. Now, once they group up around that RP, they need Chrono. Smoke from Beast Coast. They have all their big ultis available, but this time around, Hector will need to join them.
Smoke does pop. And Whisper, I believe, knows Gabby's nearby. They weren't quite sure about that Magnus, but a great two-hero arena. Ice Blast looks pretty perfectly placed onto both of them as well.
It is Tiny.
Jumps away, but Armel's still here, slamming down onto the Ancient Apparition, blowing through Stinger. In comes Chris Luck, but an Avalanche holds him back. The Roar is there and Schofield's gone. They'll turn on to Whisper. TNC strike back. They disengage perfectly as the Chrono catches only one hero. It's a solo one onto the Magnus, and that's not what you want. Everybody dying from Beast Coast. 3 in a row there as TNC pick up kill after kill, and Magpie's back.
Boomy also buying back, has RP available. Chris Luck needs to be careful.
He's just stuck in his own Wukong's command. Gabby makes the jump back in, and a smoke straight up from TNC. They're keeping bottom lane. They want this team wipe. They know Faceless Void is bottom lane. This
they
could be
know
nailed
exactly
in the coffin.
where he is. They're reading him like a book. Tiny will go in, plus Gabby. It should be a kill.
There. K1 tomboed. Armel. He doesn't get the full finish on him,
But
so K1 time walks.
He will be able to get the good jump again. Dispel mechanic, but another time walk. They need that big Chrono. They need to execute the combo like they did on the top lane where Phantom Assassin was holding that Aegis. Also Monkey King, like he struggles against the itemization that Enchantress went for. Solar Crest going into Sanj, plus the Dragonlance being very tanky, and the...
Oh my god!
Oh, there we go!
Stinger's dead! It's
Another
a triple
one
for Gabby! Okay, he's got the Ultra and
Double
got the
Rampage!
in from
Double
Boomy.
Rampage!
The Double Rampage is coming!
Oh, stolen double rampage, never mind. But yeah, this is why he did not get a single crit on Faceless Void there. He was just saving those crits. It's being pinged out. They were taking
for tier 4s!
20 seconds. I still think they have one more fight because everyone is not really a high level.
I don't know,
15 seconds. I'm lying, Gary. I'm actually lying.
Lacoste has returned. The throne is open. It's exposed, and GG's called. TNC take it 2-0.
This is the timing that they've been waiting for. You know, get the big on Phantom Assassin, get those items. Aghanim Scepter just refreshes everything and then keeps jumping in. Dagger gets the crits on it.